Detective. Now, True Detective Season 1 is probably one of the greatest creations of HBO. It was created by a guy called Nick Pizzolatto, who again returned for Season 3. Season 1 is top notch. It is one of the best quality writing you will ever see because it involves a lot of elements of philosophy, and it has very deeply deeply concocted minute threads that join the entire story and pull together, and which is spread across 17 years. So Matthew McConaughey's character is called Rust Cole, who portrays nihilism in a way that you have never seen before. All right, then the way he speaks, the way they show his his aging while he is in duty after he has retired, and how he speaks to those policemen. That's a whole different level of writing. Definitely it's a must watch, and season 2 is full of shit. Don't watch it. Other than that, another show I enjoyed is Boardwalk Empire. Only two things which will make you watch. One is the lead is Steve Buscemi, who plays a guy called Nucky Thompson, who is a high profile corrupt political figure who is actually the treasurer of Atlantic City, where the whole story is based. And the show is based in 1920s, which was the prohibition era. That means no alcohol. And the pilot episode was directed by Martin Scorsese at a budget of $18 million. M. Night Shyamalan made Split with $10 million. Boardwalk Empire first episode cost $18 million. Just think about the scale. It's a brilliant show, must watch. Also, there is a character called Van Alden in this show who you will very much enjoy. Alright. And Omar from The Wire is also chalky white in this show. Alright. But beyond all these people, okay, even better than Steve Buscemi's acting and Chalky White's acting, is a guy called Stephen Graham who plays the role of Al Capone. Okay, Al Capone is one of the most dreaded gangsters in history. The kind of power he portrays is bone-chilling. Must watch. And next is one of my favorites, Better Call Saul. Now, Better Call Saul is actually a prequel to Breaking Bad. In Breaking Bad, there is a character called Saul Goodman, who is Walter White's lawyer. So it is his story set a few years before Breaking Bad happened. And one of the most important things about Better Call Saul is that some people might think that after Breaking Bad, I have nothing to see. You suffer from that post-show, traumatic disorder or whatever. You feel some kind of emptiness, that depression, right? You start missing those characters and all that. If you are suffering from that, this is the show you should watch. I am surprised that the creator Vince Gilligan was able to create the magic a second time. I mean, magic happens, but only once, right? They always say that lightning doesn't strike twice, right? The same place, but it did. Okay, it did. This show, Better Call Saul, is one of the most brilliantly cinematographed shows in modern television. Alright, and some of those scenes are so good, and it is shot in a place called Albuquerque in New Mexico, where Breaking Bad happens. The same place, the place, right? There is rain. There is absolutely no rain. 360 days sunshine in a year, and deserts are like pretty open. Wide angle lenses, the kind of places where they put camera is just stunning. It's just as good as, in fact, I would go ahead and say that cinematography in Better Call Saul is better than it is in Breaking Bad. And just another thing, the background music is minimal. To create tension, you require background music, but to create tension without background music, it takes some special kind of writing. That is what Better Call Saul has. Just top class. So the next show I would like to talk about is Homeland. Now, Homeland, I have said this many times before, that everyone will let you down in life except the writers of Homeland. This is something I used to say until season 5. After that, I don't think it is true anymore, but still it is a very great show even till the end. I just love the chemistry between Carrie Mathison and Saul Berenson, who are Saul Berenson is the boss of Carrie Mathison, who is a CIA agent, and in every season she gets stationed in some or the other country, and it's an international spy drama. I don't know why I included it here in crime shows, but the thing is, it has some really epic written lines. In fact, season 3, episode 4 has the best twist I have seen on screen ever. Okay, it still is. I think 2014 was that season 3. Even now, till today, I have not seen any show give me that kind of tension as that climax scene from season 3, episode 4 gave. Top notch, must watch. So another show I would like to tell you about is Person of Interest. Now, Person of Interest is a very special show for me. Fun fact, it was created by Christopher Nolan's brother, Jonathan Nolan. It's about a secret system which is called the Machine. It's an AI artificial intelligence entity called the Machine, which watches every person every second of the day using the CCTV camera network. And Michael Emerson plays a guy called Harold Finch, who actually designs that system. So he gets a list of people who are in danger or will cause danger to the society. And then he gives out that list to his ex-CIA, ex-Black Ops, Army, Special Ops or whatever guy called Jim Caviezel. And Jim Caviezel is the same person who played Jesus Christ in Mel Gibson's Passion of the Christ. So together they stop crimes, and they have a police team who they actually collaborate with, and it gets fun. Sometimes some episodes are loose, but overall the theme is very beautiful. The show is very good. It is a must watch. So those were my top 10 shows, and I would like to give a special mention to my one of my other favorite shows, which is White Collar. So White Collar has a character called Neil Caffrey, and Neil Caffrey is actually a brilliant, and he's very intelligent. He's a brilliant con man who commits white collar crimes. So that's why the show's name. It's very less violent than any other shows that I mentioned here. Still, a crime is a crime and drama is a drama. So he along with an FBI agent actually solve more cases which are similar to his domain. So that's the basic theme, but there is a very special character in the show called Mozzie, who gives you insight into art and history and things like that. Those snippets, I just used to love it. So don't miss this one as well. Alright, so that is my list of top 10 shows with one special entry there. And if you like this video, please share it. If you have any questions, do ask me. If you want me to discuss some other topics that you think are really interesting to you, please leave a comment. Subscribe, like, share, Ghanti Bajao, and what everyone says. But more importantly, you can also email me at screenuniversity@gmail.com. Look forward to speaking to you again very soon. Bye bye. Good day. See you.